All right, I got a call on the line. Thank you for calling the Morning Drive Friday edition.
Hey, Charles Barkley, I'm looking for Dani.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. What is going on? Is this the Mr. NBA himself, Mr. Charles Barkley?
Yeah, man. How you doing? I didn't call to talk to your ass.
Hey, Charles. How are you?
What's up, girl? How's everything?
Everything is going good. It's a great
Hey, this
morning.
is the first time I talked to you when me and you wasn't on the elliptical.
I know, Charles. You looking good, too. Charles.
Babe, you know what? I got a long way to go. You know, I've dropped about 40. I got to lose 80, 85 total. You know, the doctor told me, I didn't realize I'd gained 100 pounds since I retired.
No.
So my doctor put me on a diet. He said I got to lose 80, 85 pounds. He said, you can walk around 15 pounds overweight, but you can't walk around 100 pounds overweight.
Wow.
So I'm getting it done. I've lost about 40. I got to lose about 80, 85 total, but it's going great.
You certainly are, Charles. I'm so glad that you called in this morning. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and you're doing some great things in your home state, in Alabama. I know that recently it was published that your state is the fattest state in the country. Ooh. And that, you know, you came and you discussed stuff with some of the political leaders out there and said, hey, let's put an event together. And I know that's September the 24th, I believe.
Yeah, you know, I started this event, I think, last year. Well, this would be the 4th or 5th year. I can't remember. I have a black tie dinner. We have about 700 people a night for the night. And what we try to do is, number one, I got to get more black people to donate organs. You know, black people take about 20% of the organs, but they only donate about 5%. And how I got involved with the process was my brother got a heart transplant. And I said, "It's like, well, do you know why black people don't donate organs?" I said, "Well, number one, I don't. But you want my honest opinion?" I said, "I think black people think if you go to the doctor with a broken leg, they're gonna kill you and take your organs." That's what I truly believe. You know, they don't know the extensive process you have to go through. So I started this thing 5 years ago to get more minorities to donate organs with UAB Hospital. So then we figured out that, well, it's no big deal. It's a big deal. Alabama, we're the fattest state. We're number one in diabetes, stroke, and hypertension. So we do an event every year. We raise about close to $500,000. And we started all these programs in these different cities. And we get this money. We've gotten probably $50 million from the federal government. Mm-hmm. And we go into these communities, and we got to get black people to take better care of themselves because we're too fat. Like I say, we got a lot of black people that are on so much medication. And so my dinner's a big deal for me. I look forward to it every year.
Well, I'm excited for you. I heard there's like 700 people attending this dinner.
Yeah, we have about 700 people. But the thing is, we raise all this money, but we put it back in the community. Like I said, we got to do something because, you know, I can't remember the exact stat, but we got these young kids. We got so many fat young black kids who are going to develop diabetes and high blood pressure and things like that. We've got to find a way to get these kids to eat better. And actually, you know, and people always talk about poverty. The poorer you are, the better you have to take care of yourself. You know, because you see the healthcare system in this country is favored for people who have money. But poor people have to do a much better job of taking care of themselves for rich people because they're not going to get the health care that rich people get.
Yeah, you know, and it's unfortunate that in the schools now they're taking out, you know, exercise classes and they're cutting back on the extracurricular activities that the kids can participate in. So that actually just leads to a sedentary lifestyle with these children.
You know, Dani, I don't want to be pessimistic or be a conspiracy theorist, but I think the government, I think they deliberately feed these poor kids and make them fat and obese. So they can make money on them down the line. Because, you know, I do a lot of speaking at different schools. And I can promise you this. The stuff they're feeding these kids at poor schools is not the same stuff they're feeding these kids at private schools or schools that's in good neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And listen, like I said, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I'm going to be one in this situation. I think they're deliberately trying to make these kids fat and obese so they can make money down the line because they get addicted to drugs. for high blood pressure, hypertension, and things like that. And diabetes is a big money maker for the government.
Huge.
Yep.
I think they deliberately try to make poor people fat in this country. I truly believe that.
I would definitely agree with that. Charles, thank you so much for calling. And this is Rasheeda, the programming director. I have a,
Hey, baby.
how you doing?
I'm doing great.
I try not to be a conspiracy theorist as well, but I agree with that 150%. I do think that that's definitely something we need to think about. But I do have a question for you. It looks like
Sure.
you're getting into politics a little bit. What are your political aspirations?
Well, I have been toying with the idea of running for governor for a long time. But you know what I figured out? They're all full of it. If you look at the Republicans and the Democrats, they've all sold their soul to special interest groups. And they're just going to vote a certain way. They're going to knock heads because it doesn't really have an effect on their everyday life.
Right.
Politics is really about people who are all pretty successful, to be realistic and honest. And when you watch TV every day. Every Republican votes a certain way. Every Democrat votes a certain way. And the only people get screwed is the real people.
Right.
Because, these people have sold their soul to special interest groups. They don't care about the American people. And the reason I'm leaning against getting involved with politics, I'm not going to go to work every day and argue with somebody.
Right.
If somebody is taking some money from a special interest group, and it doesn't matter how much rhyme or reason I make to them, they've taken money from a special interest group.
Yeah.
I just don't want to have to go to work and argue. I feel bad for the American people, to be honest with you.
Right.
I do. I feel bad for the American people because these politicians don't care about the American people because some of these problems could be fixed.
Right.
But if you've already gave your vote away and gotten paid by some special interest group, it really does not matter. You have to vote a certain way. You see it all the time in these political ads. They use words like conservative and liberal, but what they really mean is some special interest groups has paid them to vote a certain way.
Charles is one of the most recognized names in Philadelphia, not only as an athlete but as a leader. Talk to me about your overall feelings of Donovan McNabb's exodus out of Philadelphia and now into Washington, D.C. And is it true that you already have your number 5 jersey in possession?
I got my number 5 jersey. It's beautiful. It's really red.
You're not right.
I'm a big. I've always been an Eagles fan.
Right.
I'm a big Andy Reid fan. But my 3 favorite players always been Donovan, Brian Dawkins, and Bryant Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now they're all gone. But I was still going to stick with the Eagles because Donovan's my neighbor out in Arizona. We're really good friends. But I've never, and this ain't the first time I'm just saying this right now.
Yeah,
Donovan McNabb has never gotten the credit and respect he deserves here in Philadelphia. He's never gotten the credit and respect he has deserved. And I'm a Washington Redskins fan now.
Man, listen, I'm not mad at you because I'm along the same lines as you. I think he got a raw deal, and they probably should have really kept him at least for a couple of more years.